Oh, I've still got it. That was a strike. Hey! That was sick. She won't give it up. Mother Nature will not give it up. I'm no meteorologist, but this winter has been strange, to say the least. It's been cold, it's been warm, it's been rainy, it's been snowy, back to cold, rain, 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 snow, 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 cold, warm, 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 rain, and now more snow. Weird. Now usually, like 99.9% of the time, I'm driving. Like an elderly grandmother picking up some groceries, just putting along because I'm so loaded down with ice fishing gear. But sometimes you just gotta give her the onions. Sometimes you gotta let her eat. You know what I'm saying? So we'll get to Ranger Rick 2.0, the adventure bus, in a minute. But before we do that, we've got some things to talk about. Spring is like right on the horizon. A change is coming. I can smell it. I wake up in the morning and I go, and you can just smell it outside. Spring is here. The days are a little bit longer, and like I said, I feel like I just feel different. You know, I feel like I have more energy. Like it's, I don't know. To a Midwesterner, spring is like blind faith, you know? I was just driving on the lake and there's 2+ feet of ice still. People are ripping trucks. We've got really good ice in my area, but I can feel it. I feel spring is here. And I know we got a long way to go still, but that's just kind of the Midwestern blind faith. And I know, on average, March is one of the snowiest months, just historically speaking, but we can have hope, right? Like, we made it this far. We can do it. So I don't know how much I've shown this on the channel, but maybe a year or two ago, my buddy Mitch gave me his old Workbench, and this is one of my prized possessions, dead serious. It's got a bunch of power ports, so when I come in from ice fishing, I just drop the Vexilars, the batteries right here, charge them up, charge Vexilars, flay fish on here, do mad science projects with a bunch of different rods and tackle. It's just sturdy, strong, and the power ports on the end are everything. So thank you again, Mitch, if you're watching this. The half ant is slamming tonight. Dang, beautiful. We're gonna get into the Ranger Rick 2.0 here in a second, but really quick, we need to talk some fishing. And I understand many parts of the Midwest, it was an odd year. Ice wasn't great. Some of you probably don't even have ice around you anymore. We still have awesome ice here. If you do have ice around you in your area, go fishing. Late ice is one of the best times of year. Fish are aggressive, They freaking bite, and a lot of fish are starting to push shallow, find green weeds, and it's like, yeah, it just feels like a brand new lake, some lakes, because the fish just are ready to eat and ready to open their mouth. But really quick, I'll show you the two rods I've just been kind of leaning on past week or two. First one is the Clam Straight Drop Ultralight with the ultralight spring bobber and the half ant on there. This is by far my favorite late ice bait, early ice bait too, but this whole setup, it's a very light parabolic rod. I'm seeing some of these light bites from bluegills on that spring, and then I'm just whacking them. This rod is very true, and you fight the whole fish on the rod. I freaking love this rod. Pound for pound, bang for your buck, I think one of your best options, the Straight Drop series. And then it's becoming one of my favorite rods of all time. This is the Katana. It's a very, very dialed, light, sensitive rod. This is the bumped up power from like that Straight Drop Ultralight. They make a Katana Ultralight, but this is a Katana Light with a medium light spring bobber. And I've just been getting aggressive with big, loud plastics. This is a big chartreuse Jamie on a drop kick. Like I said, I've been using loud colors. I've been using pinks. I've been using whites. I've been using chartreuses. Just banging a lot of shallow weeds. And same deal. Just seeing that light bite on the spring bobber. Thwack. This rod's actually pretty cool because it's heavy enough, in my opinion, to hold a spoon. So if I'm using just a tiny spoon, little pinhead minnow, I'm actually running it on this rod. And this spring is a medium light spring bobber, so it's a little stiffer. So even with a small spoon, it doesn't bend it too much, and I can see those up bites with a spoon. So I know it sounds weird, fishing a spoon with a spring bobber, but please don't knock it until you try it. I think I've capitalized on way more bites this year just with this rod and this power alone. So I'll link both of these down below. But that's just been kind of the go-to, the 1-2 punch, like the past week. That's what we like to see right there. Freaking hogs. Oh, so thick, beautiful. Absolute unit. They're flying up the Vex. See you, buddy. That workhorse. Looks like a turtle race.
People go in there for a little bit. I don't know if it's necessarily going to be like I think it's just going to be a bar area. It's not going to be an actual restaurant, most likely. Because they just don't have the space for it. But...
Little one? Nice harvest. Nice. Nice. What are you doing over there, Pete?
Marking. Oh, that was good timing.
It's a beast too. Look at that.
Nice.
What a gong show.
That's a nice one. Did I catch this one?
Oh, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
So besides a bunch of fishing and exploring myself, I've had the opportunity to do a lot of fishing with Stephanie. We've been doing a lot of different media work on the weekends too. I do a lot of pictures and videos for some different companies. And then besides just fishing with her, I've got the cool opportunity to go fishing with my parents. And back in the day growing up, we used to fish a lot together. And then obviously things happen, life gets fast, and I get the opportunity usually to go fishing with them once in the boat and once out on the ice. And we did that this past weekend, and my dad was hooping crappies and my mom was catching gills. We brought him back to the garage, we flayed him up. Archie and Karen came over, our amazing neighbors, and it was fun. We played cribbage, we had an awesome evening. The weather was like 35 degrees, no wind, and to just go out and harvest some crappies and bluegills with my parents and enjoy a beautiful evening on the ice, I think that was the highlight of my winter, to be honest. Nice pile of meat, a couple bluegills. Nice. Nice fish chips. All right. What else is on the agenda? As if there's any agenda to these videos. Beyond doing YouTube videos and getting ready for spring and doing a lot of fishing, I've been doing some media work as well. I don't show that part of my life too much on the channel, and I've started to kind of work my way out of media work. When I was younger, I did a lot more filming and freelance work and commercials and photo shoots and promo video stuff for different companies. I just kind of work on special projects now for certain brands, and they're really fun. So this year, I got the opportunity to help Vexilar shoot their commercial that they're going to put on TV. And I've got this opportunity in years past. And this year I'm blanking. I don't have a good creative idea. And I want something like, you know, something that a good Super Bowl commercial would be, something that people gravitate and remember. So I'm asking you, if you have any good ideas for a Vexilar commercial, let me know. I'll show you the one I did 2 years ago right here. Attention, ice anglers. If you or a loved one have suffered from catching complications, looming boredom, or overwhelming humiliation among your peers, call the Vexilar group today. If you fish blind like a frozen zombie, you may be eligible to catch fish this year. If you've ever found yourself saying, "You know, it's just nice to be out," you may be a struggling angler, and we know you're hurting. Please help stop this angling epidemic today by visiting www.vexilar.com. My name is Sam Sobi, and I approve this message. Kind of a funny, edgy twist, and then I'll show you the one I did like a year and a half ago. I spent years looking down, just wondering all the time what was out there. I tried everything, and I mean everything, until a friend of mine introduced me to Vexilar. So I asked my doctor, and he said, "Vexilar? You've been fishing without a Vexilar this whole time? Are you stupid, man?" I was stupid. Vexilar is made strong enough even to work on the most extreme cases of angling dysfunction. Vexilar gave me my life back, and now I'm fishing clean again. I thought they were pretty good and pretty funny. I hope you did too. And obviously it's not all up to me. This year's commercial, I don't know if we want to go in the same comedy direction or if we want to do more of like a historical memento, because like you guys know, if you've ice fished at all, Vexilar, it's stood the test of time. It's a dialed brand, dialed products. I've been running one since I was like 10 years old. I went from the 8 to a 12 to a 20 to a 28, and then I got another 28 for Stephanie, and then yeah, now some 30s. And each unit is a little bit different, and they've just slowly advanced over the years. And comment down below if you have any creative commercial ideas. I might pick yours and end up doing it, and you might see it on TV, but that's just some media work I'm working on, and I'm just excited about it. So I'm reaching out to you guys, and I'm sharing it with you. Okay, I think we're gonna go mobile, just because it'll be easier to walk around and show you. All right, we're mobile. We're mobile to show off the new adventure bus. Steph and I have been calling it the bus because it kind of looks like a bus. It's the crew cab. It's got 4 seats, and that's a major upgrade from the old Ranger Rick. And at first glance, besides the back seats, this Ranger is very comparable to the old Ranger that Steph and I had. The old Ranger was a 2022 Ranger North Star SP 570, and this is basically the same deal, except this is a 2023, and it has the extended crew cab, and it's freaking sweet. Same engine, it's a 570 EFI, and it's so bad to the bone. Besides buddies and friends, we can pack so much more gear in here, and this is going to be an absolute workhorse. Like I said, we don't have a name for it yet, but this is the Adventure Bus, Ranger Rick 2.0. I'll go over some stats right away. It has a Pro Shield cab system with manual crank windows. Just like the other one, these windows crank up. The doors are so nice on this, especially because it has heat in the box. New LED headlights. It's got new mud guards. It's got some bad to the bone tires. A new USB charge port. I'll show you that on the inside here. The old one had, I think, just a power point like that and like that, but this new one has got some USB ports in it, and the heater is phenomenal. I think the heater on this one is better than the dang heater in my car. This thing absolutely cranks. And obviously when you have doors on it and you're ripping around ice fishing all winter, having heat is amazing. Besides that, it's got a 3,500 pound winch system. This thing is bad to the bone, especially if you're pulling people out. In the old Ranger Rick, I pulled a whole bunch of people out. I don't know how much footage I've shown of that, but I've ripped a lot of people out of lakes with the winch alone. It's got a 500-pound gas-assisted dump box. So bad to the bone. I hope this thing is just painted red with deer blood this fall, and we're dumping deer out of the back of this. Last year, Steph killed a nice doe with her bow right toward the end of season. I just ripped down this logging trail that we're hunting, and I threw the deer in the back of the old Ranger, and we drove it straight home. It was so cool. Besides that, it's got 1,500-pound towing capacity. It's got a 10.3-inch ground clearance, so I feel like this one might even be a little higher than the other one. And especially having a 570 last year, I love kind of the overall build of this unit. It's more compact. It's lighter than, say, your 900 or 1,000. I feel like I can get it on lighter ice. And I can just be more mobile with it. I can rip it down smaller trails, and overall it's just lighter and more compact. I can just bring it out on early ice and late ice and not really worry about it. So yeah, I don't work for Polaris. I didn't design this by any means. Those are just the stats I know offhand, but I can tell you this. Putting buddies and putting my parents back here and ripping out to the lake has been an absolute blast. The inside is so big. Also, Steph and I, we rip around to friends' houses or different lakes, or maybe we'll stop in a buddy's fish house, and we'll have all our fishing gear back here. It's really nice. If I've got my Vexilar or Mega Live or my rods, my tackle here, a lot of times I can put it back into here, and if we're staying at a buddy's place for a while, I can lock it all up, and I know it's safe. So whether we're jumping to a quick restaurant on the lakeside, or we're just staying the night somewhere, it's nice to be able to put my stuff in a cabin, lock it up. Just feels much more safe. So I'll just flip this on here. Just like the Polaris four-wheelers, the dashboard is really comparable. You got your mode, you're up, you're down. You can see if you're in one-wheel drive, two-wheel drive, or four-wheel drive. You can see your gas right here. The winch is right here to the side. The normal lights and the brights are right here. Windshield wiper, the heater, a bunch of storage and space right in here, a bunch of different compartments. Like I said, Steph and I, we've been driving around looking at deer. Holy smokes. Look at all them deer. A couple in the tree line there. Jeez.
I think I counted 19.
Come on. Little snowstorm, we're just coming back for some fishing. Wow. Oh, there's the one right there. Nice one.
3, beautiful though.
Wow.
Oh, 24, 25 straight ahead. 26, 27.
Oh my goodness. If I can't kill a deer this year, it's on me. They're definitely here. So yeah, there she is. Between the dust and the slush and her beautiful gray paint job, Ranger Rick 2.0 is here. Late ice has been good. Spring is on the horizon. And yeah, I guess there's nothing left to be said than stay tuned. And as always, let the adventure begin.
Move ahead, oh my pretty babe. Something ain't right. Got to find a way to move ahead.